Top of the morning, top of the morning. Gonna give you some of these Goku Super Saiyan thoughts. I was asked, could I speak on procrastination? Well, let's address what procrastination is. Delaying or postponing something. That's all procrastination is. So how do we address that? How do you address it? What do you look at it as? Well, if I could give advice, I would say, as I always say, never do tomorrow what you can do today. Because what happens is procrastination becomes the thief of time. You putting off tomorrow what can be done today. That's procrastination all day long. When you say that, oh, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen tomorrow. So what are some keys? Well, some keys to that is stop being a perfectionist. I fall guilty of that sometimes. I don't do a lot of procrastination, but I do try to be like a perfectionist. And I know perfection is a higher being's place. But that is a form of it, because nothing is perfect. You can get close, but nothing is perfect, so to speak. Break the tasks down at hand to lessen the sense of being overwhelmed. So the task may be too big, and if it's too big, you got to break it down in components so you don't become overwhelmed. Because if you think in your mind it's too much, you're not gonna get to it. So if you break it down and it's still a task, but you break it down into increments, you can deal with it and you're not overwhelmed. Set specific deadlines for your tasks. Set that deadline. If you don't set a deadline, how you gonna get to where you're trying to get to, the finish line? So you know what the finish line is up there because you see it. That's the deadline. That's the finish line up there. But if you don't set a deadline for yourself, you just out here you constantly going and going and going, and you're never able to match what you're going to because you haven't set a deadline for yourself. Eliminate distractions around you. Man, please. If they ain't on the same wavelength, same page, ain't going that way, instead of on not, move it out the way. Create a stress-free environment. I don't care if it's got to do with working. I don't care if it's got to do with relationship. You got to create a stress-free environment for yourself to deal with things. I mean, if you don't, you ain't going to have no success in what you're trying to do. Ask for help to tackle whatever it is. Ain't nothing wrong with asking for help. We too prideful. We won't ask for no help. And that little help or big help might have been a determining factor. Ask for help. Remind yourself of the end goal. You gotta constantly remind yourself so that you know what you're shooting for. If you don't constantly remind yourself, you're gonna procrastinate, because you lose sight sometimes. Not everybody, but you lose sight of what's going on. And just have positive thinking. Just have positive thinking. That also helps a lot. So how you gonna drop the mathematics and the science on this one, young God? Man, I'm gonna give it to you Super Saiyan style. Procrastination makes easy things hard, and hard things harder. You can catch me at Fitted Snapback Thoughts on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, you can type in davidmerrittjr.com. Let me say it again. Procrastination makes easy things hard and hard things harder. And that's Super Saiyan style, but it's still wooism.